Bob Anderson, Mastering Leadership, an integrated framework for breakthrough performance and extraordinary business results. Embark on a transformative journey with a Mastering Leadership, an integrated framework for breakthrough performance and extraordinary business results by Bob Anderson. This book delves deep into the expectations placed upon leaders and the promises they must make to meet them, offering insights on how leaders can move from reactive to creative leadership. The book highlights the importance of a leader's personal vision, authentic discussions, and the quest for meaning in professional and personal life. Ultimately, it explores the concept of integral leadership, an advanced leadership style that requires a unique balance between stability, vision, and servant leadership.
The unspoken promises of leadership. Organizations expect their leaders to take financial responsibility, strategize, and deliver tangible results. However, there are also unspoken expectations such as fair treatment, high engagement, good listening skills, and inspiration. These comprise the promise of leadership that subordinates believe their leaders have implicitly promised to perform well. When leaders break their promise, they are perceived to be inadequate. The two promises that leaders must fulfill are providing direction, meaningful work by creating a vision, developing strategies, and creating a company's core values and culture. The other promise is engaging every stakeholder within the organization, drawing out unique talents and passion, and developing a culture in which everyone can thrive and contribute. Developing effective leadership. The importance of developing effective leadership and the dangers of neglecting it are often overlooked by leaders themselves. Research shows that a company's performance is greatly impacted by the effectiveness of its leaders, putting leadership development as a priority. However, this development should not focus solely on the CEO but on the extended leadership team (ELT) as a whole. The ELT's success lies in the quality of their conversations with each other, which requires an atmosphere of trust and openness. Neglecting these conversations and self-interest can harm a company's overall performance. The fallacy of safety in leadership. Many believe that maturity and accepting societal responsibilities are crucial to successful leadership. However, the authors argue that playing it safe and prioritizing security over purpose is the wrong approach. Leaders who prioritize safety often react to fear and make reactive decisions, hindering their organization's success. Instead, leaders should adopt creative leadership by looking within themselves to discover their true purpose and take bold risks. In today's constantly disrupted commercial world, leaders who play it safe are more likely to fail, and leaders who prioritize purpose are more likely to thrive. The Hero's Journey of Creative Leadership. The Hero's Journey by Joseph Campbell outlines a mythical journey that young leaders can relate to, telling of a person who leaves their village and ventures into the unknown. Leadership, like the journey, requires us to go through personal crisis, gaining self-knowledge, and overcoming fear to become creative leaders. At its core, becoming a creative leader means undertaking an epic journey, gaining skills and wisdom, and benefiting the entire community. Embracing authenticity in creative leadership. To be a successful creative leader, you need to prioritize your own purpose and vision instead of someone else's. Start by asking yourself what you truly want out of life. The key is to bravely face your innermost hopes and dreams. Authentically engage in courageous conversations with your team, and bring them out of the bathroom and into the boardroom. Creative leaders should prioritize their own purpose and vision over someone else's. To be effective, your leadership needs to align with what you want out of life. Take some time to ask yourself the important questions. Who would you be if you knew it was safe to be yourself? What would you do in your organization if you knew you wouldn't get fired? These might seem like scary questions, but answering them honestly will help you uncover your innermost hopes and dreams. The author discovered his must in life while working in the pet food industry. He realized the vision he was working towards wasn't his own, so he decided to write down everything he felt he must do. To be a creative leader, you need to do the same. Start by engaging in authentic and courageous conversations with your team. These conversations could sound like the kind you'd have in a bathroom because people tend to be more honest there. The goal is to bring these authentic conversations out of the bathroom and into the boardroom. Mastering integral leadership. Integral leadership is about embracing both reactive and creative leadership styles and serving the whole organization, not just oneself. As a leader, you may think that having a visionary and authentic style of leadership is the ultimate goal. However, there's another step along the way that only a few leaders ever realize, which is integral leadership. Integral leaders are able to embrace the values of safety and meaning, authenticity, and tradition while simultaneously integrating the results-focused, cautious style of the reactive leader with the authentic, visionary flair of the creative. The key message here is that integral leadership is the integration of reactive and creative leadership. By mastering integral leadership, leaders can achieve big wins in their organizations. They can effectively communicate with every member of the leadership team, regardless of their leadership style. Integral leaders don't dismiss anyone's point of view and appreciate the unresolved tension between the reactive and creative approaches, which leads to a dynamic working environment. Integral leaders have undergone another heroic transformation where they have made the leap to servant leadership. They no longer serve only their interests but lead to serve the welfare of the entire organization. They think deeply about the organization's systems and consider how effectively those systems are functioning within the broader context of the organization and its industry. Integral leaders transform and reconfigure systems whenever they find that they are not serving the organization well. They don't just think about what they want, they also ask what everyone else needs. In summary, mastering integral leadership is about embracing both reactive and creative leadership styles and serving the whole organization, not just oneself. Integral leaders engage in a heroic journey where they transform into servant leaders, considering the needs of the organization as a whole above their personal interests.
In summary, mastering leadership presents a comprehensive understanding of the challenges faced by modern leaders and ways to conquer them. From grappling with both explicit and implicit expectations to creating an engaging and meaningful work environment, the book emphasizes the need for leaders to transition from reactive to creative styles by facing hopes and dreams with courage, and eventually reaching the pinnacle of integral leadership. By integrating opposing values and placing collective welfare and organizational impact at the heart of one's approach, integral leaders serve as an exemplary model for those seeking to achieve extraordinary results and catalyze lasting transformation.